All right, so what we're going to be doing today, something that I've never done before, is we're going to be painting this grill. So I tried to wrap it, and as you can see, there's just some spots that I can't get to lay flat. I don't think this is a super complex piece. I think that I just don't know how to wrap it. Some spots are coming up because I cut it too short, and then basically each corner in here has been bubbling up, and I can't get it to lay flat. I've used some edge tape in some of the corners. You can actually see it peeling back there. I think this is just something that I was not prepared to do with my skill level. So what we're going to do today is actually take it off. We're going to take the wrap off. We're going to sand it, and we're going to paint it. We're going to paint it pink. I got it color matched at an auto paint shop. So hopefully it doesn't turn out like shit. So one of the more annoying parts of this is actually just getting this vinyl off because it adheres pretty hard and you have to heat it. If you try to just peel it off like this, sometimes you can get it all in one piece, but it likes to tear like that. And then if the corners are rolled correctly, which some of them are, some of them are not, it'll just be a real pain to get off. Um, like I said, it sticks pretty good, and that's kind of going to be the hardest part. So we're going to go ahead and use a little bit of heat to get that off, and then we're going to be ready to sand. So it shouldn't be a super long process. Just kind of takes a while sometimes. Okay, my phone ran out of storage right at the end there, but I got all of this off. And if you saw how tough it was at the end there, let that be a testament to how strong some of this vinyl wrap can be. This is also just cheap vinyl wrap on Amazon. Like this isn't like high-end wrap or anything like that. So get a wrap if you don't want to paint it. But this is the blank bumper now. Sorry, grill, not bumper. Like I've talked about before, the paint's not great. It's not super clean or anything like that. We're going to sand it down and paint it pink. All right, we're going to start out with 80 grit sandpaper. I've got higher grits than that, but want to get this done pretty quick. Hopefully this doesn't fuck everything up too bad, but I'm also going to smooth it out with a lower grit before I start. So let's just go ahead and get to it, I guess. So I think the block is kind of done, unfortunately, and I only got about probably 2/3 of the way done. I'm going to touch up a couple things here, but mostly not finished. So I'm going to have to go back and get some more 80 grit sandpaper. So I'm going to hit it with some 320 grit. I'm just going to do this by hand. The orbital sander didn't quite do what I was hoping, but it did show that I'm pretty much done sanding. The paint is all the way off. So hit with 320 disc, going to have a 400 block I'm going to use. Just get it all smoothed out, and then after that, oh man, I'm sweating. After that, we should be ready to paint. All right, and here is the fully sanded grill. So I was an idiot and decided to use some 60 grit on an oscillating tool. I scratched the living fuck out of it. It got pretty deep, so I'm gonna hopefully get that done or like solve with the primer. We'll see what happens. I might have to really sand it a lot harder than I did. But yeah, so I'm gonna go wash it off with the hose and then let it dry overnight, and then I will be priming it and painting it tomorrow. All right, so got everything ready to paint. The hardest part about this, honestly, is just going to be making sure I don't sweat on this on the panel here. I gave it one final wipe down. I'm out in the sun. It's 96 degrees out here, so it should be ready to go pretty quick afterwards for another coat. But we're going to see, and I'm just going to go slow. Take my time, make sure I don't have any runs, and here goes nothing, I guess. You know, this looks pretty okay, I think. I'm not too unhappy with that. I think that looks pretty good. All right, so I guess here goes nothing with the pink. I'm not sure how this sprayer is going to spray or anything like that. We're just going to kind of go for it and see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't turn out like shit. Feels like it's running. It feels like it's running out of aerosol more than it's running out of paint. Yeah, I feel like there's no squirt left in it. Okay, well, see, this is kind of one of those things you run into where it's like, there's nothing I can do about that. It's kind of, I have to go back to the shop that I got this from and be like, hey, I can feel that there's plenty of paint. There's no more aerosol in it, so it literally just won't spray. So yeah, I mean, I'll show you guys how far I got. All right, well, I am pretty frustrated with how this turned out, simply because the can felt like it wasn't spraying anymore. I felt like it didn't have any aerosol left in it, but for the what it did spray, I think it looks all right. A couple spots I'll probably have to sand down a little bit further. You can see like right there, doesn't look great. But overall, I'm not super upset with how it looks otherwise, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and try to get some more paint. All right, so we've got this little makeshift paint booth. We're going to be spraying the grill again. I finally got it primed, like reprimed and sanded and everything like that. I'm pretty happy with it, with how it turned out this time with the priming. So we're going to go ahead. We got more paint. Apparently you're supposed to hold this upside down when it stops working. So we're just going to get it started again and see how it goes. All right, here we go with the start of the second can. I just like to wipe it off with a rag. I soak it in alcohol just to make sure there's no contaminants, and here we go. All right, last can. I'm not going to do a full coat on this. I'm just going to hit some spots that I think need a little bit to be a little bit better hit. Make sure I've got all the corners done and all the nooks and little crannies that might not have gotten hit depending on where I was standing. So it's gonna be pretty quick. I also want to get out of this garage with all these fumes, but it should be the last time I have to spray it, and then I'll go inside for a couple hours, do some work, come back out and clear coat it. So here goes nothing. All right, well, that's going to finish up the grill install on the Ram. I'm about to give it a quick wash, and then we'll see how it looks in the light. But I got the emblem done. Side emblems are done. The wheels are on. They look sick. So I'm going to put a quick video or a picture up here on the kind of like a 3/4 angle here so everyone can see. But super stoked with how this turned out. Like I said, from a distance just looking, you can't tell, which was kind of the whole point. Once you kind of get up on it, you can see some of the imperfections, but we're not worried about that. So I think it looks pretty good, and stoked how it turned out.